Good morning, all you lovely people. Welcome back to the Grumpy Old Git in the Corner on a beautiful Tuesday morning. Word of warning, don't go outside in this weather. You know, it can harm you. But I'd like to thank the Met Office for letting people know that this beautiful weather was coming so they could get their barbecues organised. Well, after a day's rest yesterday, after lots of late night streaming again, I took a day to myself, and I'm not going to apologise for it because I thoroughly enjoyed it. We all deserve it now and again. But yeah, a few nice thunderstorms as well. I've actually got a 20-minute video of one rolling in. I may put it up this week just if anybody's interested in seeing it, but it's quite surprising the change that the sky goes through. But this nice weather has its downside. You know, it gave the channel paddlers a chance to start coming over again after quite a break, with hundreds coming over again the weekend. Yeah, and this is in spite of we hear from Roland every time he opens his mouth, no matter what he's doing, what he's talking about, we will stop the boats. That's all we hear from the idiot. You doing anything? Have they stopped? Dickhead. But as I've said, they're not interested in stopping them. The only thing that stops them is nature, and that is the weather. There's more and more of them building up in France. Now the weather's getting warmer and calmer, so we can expect that lot to be coming over. I mean, and to be honest, they haven't got the time to do any of this, because they're just so much infighting, and it's taking up so much of their time trying to pull each other down. They haven't got time to sort any of our problems out. You know, they're just imploding on themselves. I don't think it's by design. I just think they fucked up in the way they're doing things, and people have had enough of them. Bit like us, really. You know, they haven't said a word lately on the fact that we're still suffering out here from a very, very high cost of living that is still going up. Energy and fuel prices. Even a housing crisis. I haven't heard them mention that lately. It's all bojo, isn't it? But there seems to be more going on about him now that he's gone than when he was there. And what is on his phones that Roland is so frightened of? That's the bit I want answered. But going back to the illegal arriving passengers, as some people call them now, that sad git, Dictator Khan in London, always spouting on that he was for diversity and the immigration. But think of this, the Home Office looked into mooring one along the Thames in London. I believe it was near the City Airport, which is a bit of a security risk, but a minimal one as far as they're concerned. But he doesn't want it. He did not want one of these luxury floating prison ships on the Thames in London. Hypocrisy at its best. We're for them, but we don't want them. But even he's falling foul of everything now. People are fighting back against the ULEZ zones. Now he's looking at doing away with the rail cards. That means you can buy cheaper rail tickets if you use that regular. Apparently he wants to do away with them, so everybody will have to pay the full price. A lot of his ULEZ schemes are falling by the wayside around the outskirts of London because local authorities are rejecting them and fighting against them. And this is all because it was shown that he not falsified information and results from consultations about this pollution and the ULEZ zones, but used malinformation. He either admitted things, swapped things around, but basically they were proved to be mainly false. They weren't telling the whole story or even anywhere near the truth. Yeah, we're on to you, you sneaky little bastard, don't you worry. Now, it was interesting to see the ONS this morning, the Office of National Statistics. Sorry about the whistling, guys, these teeth are fucked. Saying that unemployment is down again from 3.8%, down from 3.9% to 3.8%. Now, that's exactly the same figures they gave last time. Just saying. Yeah, there's as much malinformation, not misinformation, malinformation on government websites as there is anywhere else. And Stop Oil, just Stop Oil. Oh my God. You know, these pricks are making people's lives a misery. And although the police have old powers that they can use and new ones that they brought in especially to deal with these clowns, they very rarely use them. Why is this? Well, think about it. They're holding up the motorists. They're keeping roads clear, stopping people moving about. Isn't this what the government wants? Are the police following the narrative? Have they been told by the powers that be to let these people hold motorists up? You know, again, it shows the bias of the police. But now, these total waste of spaces, there is nurses, doctors and GPs joining in and openly admitting it. With one even spouting out on a video that I saw this morning about how they're doing this to save lives. Again, hypocrisy at its absolute fucking best. Have they forgotten what they've been doing over the last 2-3 years? How many people's lives have been lost or ruined because of what they pushed, what they did to the general public? And now they got the cheek to turn round and say they're fucking saving lives. Why, we've got an Access Dex figure of 2,500 a fucking week or a month. Can't remember what it is now. With no explanation. And you're stood in the middle of the road to save lives? You're fucking hypocrites. Now, do you know what I would do with these fucking idiots? I would take the super glue out of their pockets. I would drag them to the side of all the major roads and I would glue them to the fucking barriers so we can all mock them as we drive past. That's what I would do. You know, just an opinion. Unbelievable. I'm going to leave that there, folks. Time's getting on. I was going to do a longer one today, being I was absent yesterday, but I just want to enjoy some of this weather while it's here. I went for a nice walk yesterday, totally knackered myself out, but it was enjoyable. Alright then, guys, well, I'm going to leave it there for today. God knows what's going to happen this week. Be aware that there is a major incident in Nottingham as well, with the city centre basically a no-go zone. This is down to some murders and somebody trying to run somebody over with a van. There are sketchy details coming out at the moment, but I won't say any more because Obviously, I can't confirm it. It's just mainstream media putting this bullshit out. But there is something going on there, so be careful if you're around that area. Alright guys, welcome to the new subs. Hope you enjoy the channel. I don't go out begging for subs. If people want to come and watch, they come and watch. It's personal choice. I'm not for everybody. But big respect to those that do follow regular and have done for some time. And as always, before I go, stay safe, stay strong, and look through the malinformation that government put out. Not misinformation, malinformation. Respect, people.